Okay, well, welcome to the final segment of today's adventure into politics and business and how it affects commercial real estate. At this time, I'd like you to welcome Paul House, Managing Director of Jones Lang LaSalle Capital Markets. Paul.
Thanks, John, and thanks for coming out, everybody. I wanted to, panel, we were talking about people left in the room and wanted to kind of just get a poll of who we had here. If you are a owner of real estate, raise your hand. By the way, you are on film over here. If you are in the brokerage side of the real estate business, raise your hand. Okay, good. What about on the real estate services side? All right, good. And then on the banking side? All right, not as many bankers out here. What about if you are a student of Texas A&M? Oh my God, would you guys take a bus in, huh? Give yourselves a hand. Hey, congratulations on the win against Oklahoma last weekend. Yeah, I thought we'd get one of those. Well, we got a great panel. We've been flying at 50,000 feet, talking about the economy and Viva Pinata and all kind of good stuff. And we're going to bring it down to a local industry feel. We got a great panel here. We got John Fenoglio, who's a veteran, who is on the capital markets side with Grandbridge. And we've got Welcome Wilson Jr., who's on the development side. And then we have Chip Clark, who is on the services side. And so I want to thank you guys for coming out and look forward to what you have to say. And John, back to you.
Okay, thank you. A lot of talk about politics today, and we're going to learn how it's affecting Houstonians, Houston-based commercial real estate companies, and what have you. But I thought it'd be good that in order to put it into context, I've got, I guess, one of my favorite definitions of the word politics, and that is it's the art of finding problems whether they exist or not, developing the wrong solution, and applying it incorrectly. So, and then another thing that comes to mind is a while back I learned where the word politics comes from, and it actually comes from two Greek words, poly meaning many, and ticks meaning blood-sucking parasites. So with that, we'll get. That was a lot funnier than the first one, I know. Okay, so.
As long as you end with the winner.
Yeah, right. So we're going to start our roundtable or Q&A with a question that I want everybody, all three of you, to answer. And what the question is, what will the election change about how you're doing business here in Houston? I'll start with you, Chip.
Well, gosh, thanks, John. You know, I'm actually shocked to see this many people in the room when I noticed that we were getting the coveted 3:15 Friday afternoon slot. You know, and I got a.
It's being to the bar.
Right, exactly. Well, you know what's so funny is I got an email from I think our office has shut down. I got an email that it's standing room only on the Escalante's porch. So so if we want to go ahead and wrap this up early.
Right.
But you know.
Well, let's go now.
Yeah, exactly. I think that you know, we're just going to kind of keep doing the things that we're doing. You know, what I loved about your comments earlier, just now, and then Mark's comments. You know, I think having divided power in Washington D.C. is, you know, Washington seems to work better when nothing can happen.
Right. And
so I feel, you know, we're onward and upward, and and I'm thankful. You know, whenever I see Mark Dotzer speak, you know, he's kind of Will Rogers-esque. You know, be thankful we don't get all the government we pay for, and so that's how I feel.
Yeah, gridlock is good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Welcome.
I concur with the same thing. The results of the election have kind of boosted our hope that some clarity will come into the market, and really what we're suffering from, I think, collectively, is just a lack of clarity as to which direction to run. So I think that provides hope in the future. I agree with Chip that if that probably you know, the Republicans didn't do well on their own, the Democrats haven't done well on their own. Probably a little bit of both is probably exactly what we need. And what will come out from that process should just be limited change in government, which is really what business needs.
Right. Okay. John?
I don't have any expectations out of government. Never have and never will. I think, if anything, it's probably we've had a boost this year in transactions just because people feared that the government would do nothing, and you know the capital gains tax was going to go up, and so we've seen some people trying to rush to the year-end table here. Who knows what will happen next year? But I do think hopefully there will be a atmosphere or a mood anyway to really help boost the demand side of the equation on real estate, and that comes from job growth. And hopefully we are seeing the seeds of it that are going to go, because that can overcome a world of sins, and if we could get the economy bumping a little bit again, it'll be good for everybody.
Okay. All right. By the way, it's okay if any of you disagree with any of the answers someone else gives. That kind of makes it interesting.
Perfect. Okay.
So you're allowed to do that.
All right.
Okay. First question to welcome, and I don't think this has been mentioned or covered during the whole day today, but I think it's a good news thing. What effects, if any, will Houston see from the expansion of the Panama Canal?
That is all good news for Houston. As everybody in the room probably knows, they're expanding the capacity of the Panama Canal. Right now you have what's called a super post-Panamax ship, which are these huge vessels that come out of China. Right now those are going into Long Beach and then being unloaded and put on trucks and brought to the central United States. So all those containers are and it's just doing shuttling back and forth. The super Panamax ships will hold 8,500 TEUs, which is a 20-foot container. The current ships that are in the Gulf hold 4,500. So you're going to double the capacity coming across, and that's the Chinese production preferred transportation mode. Once the Panama Canal is widened, which will occur in 2014, you'll be able to have one of these huge ships leave China, go through the Panama Canal, come right up into the port of Houston. Good news for the port is that the Bayport terminal, which is now up and running, has already been designed and fitted for these big ships. So we don't have to do anything that we're not already doing once that occurs. The other good news is I went on Google Earth, and they're actually under construction. This was not talk. They're actually under construction for the improvement to the canal. So it's by all means, it looks like a 2014 delivery date, and that's going to bring a tremendous additional volume into the Port of Houston, and that, of course, that compounds all of the infrastructure in Houston as well.
I agree. Oh, disagree. No, I agree.
Okay.
Well said.
All right. Of course, it's bad news for the trucking industry, but good news for drivers who drive to and from the West Coast from the central
well, but they're still going to unload them here and put them on trucks and take them all over. So I think those trucking industry
maybe we'll get an increase in more trucking jobs here in Southwest Texas. Huh? Okay.